Long ago, but not so very long ago, a people lived on what at that time was believed to be the edge of the world, said to be barbarians and have little civilization. Yet, once we've seen their deeds over the last few thousand years, we can tell it's quite the opposite. Unless they're drawn to war. These people, said by some to be heartless or godless, have shown to have many powerful gods, powerful rituals, and things that were kept. And when a call was made, it was answered. People went out to correct a way of life, and though history is written by the victors, and things are spoken of as far as barbarians raiding, raping and pillaging lands, perhaps in another way they were trying to actually free it from a tyranny. Coming to foreign lands, they're almost looked like as an invader, said to go after women and children. But the opposite is seen. Raping, pillaging, and burning towns, and taking things as they wished. But perhaps it was an attempt at resetting what this had been made out of, for it became an abomination because of actual infiltration. Great tales of war were passed down as mythology to children who didn't understand what hardships they had gone through to bring them the satisfaction that they had in their life. Still kept as mythology today, and hushed stories of gods and a sun-worshipping people that lived long ago, and a tale whenever some type of kings decided to leash forth wrath and set a decree about to cause war upon a people, eventually in some ways to squinch out their light. Though a call was answered, many showed up knowing what they were headed to get into, for their battle was to bring hell upon earth, to set it back to straight, to have a Ragnarok that would reset it back to the way it should be, for it's all to go down if it cannot. For when we speak of hell, we are speaking of these people's goddess of the underworld, for hell is not in the vocabulary of the other people. They have a different place known as Hades, and their directive is driven from a place that does not contain that, but has Sheol and Gehenna attached to it. Quite often, it can be shown to all be the same thing in a drastic way, and these great people from a time before eventually grew so large that a snake eventually went back and tried to bite itself. Great warriors that'll probably never be spoken of came to answer a call. Met with hell itself, They leaned into it. Though there were some lost in battle, they brought hell to the people that questioned their survival. Great battles, conflicts spoken about seemingly as mythology, and great warrior knights brought upon battlefields to take out people of old, and people dying in valiance, and warriors answering the call and avenging fallen warriors over and over again. In the very strife of battle, looking like a lost cause, people called in for the slaughter. One only needed a sign and a glimpse of an old ranger let them know through a sign that Odin is with us. Many times turning the battle, setting up an area known as Hadrian's Wall that could not be surpassed, but looking like a defeated foe, quite often leaving battle wounds that, regardless of the outcome, were going to cause death to the one that was the aggressor. Super armor that deflected weapons, even superior methods and means, could not take them over, though it looked as though they were a closed and finished people, at the very strife of battle and the calling of death. Valiant strode through. Quite shocking to some, but to many it's not. Coming up in this year, I will talk about the Vikings, the Celts, the Anglo Saxxons, and the Proto-Indo-Europeans that set forth this land, and when a time whenever two snakes came together.